So complain in somebody else's box. Here we go.
Alrighty, folks. Nucks are being bumped. Semi-final action underway here. This is Modern Foos coverage of the World Foosball Tour, the 2025 Tour Kickoff. Open mixed. On the left-hand side, up front, that's Callum Oakes. Playing goalie, Maryam. On the right-hand side, playing up front, Paul Smith. Playing goalie, Sullivan. Watching Oakes play this weekend. Haven't really had a chance to watch him before. He's got game beautiful, beautiful save by Rue. That airballed, and she just immediately planked. What a play. See, folks, that's fundamentals. Plank the men, save the ball from going in, get it up to your forward, put it away. What a turnaround from almost getting scored on to scoring. Another opportunity here. Using the power of his mind to fix.
That's not audible. I like it. I enjoy it, but it stops like right.
What?
No, the
Oh, the talking.
Yeah. Like if this little dot on the screen can't hear you, the little dots in Florida can't hear you.
Oh.
Love a good dot.
Oh.
You know, I was just about to say, I will not cash out. I think it's worth just being able to hold that over people's head and brag about being right about something. So that's worth $4 to me.
Back into play we go. Smith and Rue up 1-0 in this very first game of the semifinal match.
So I have a silly question. It's just early day antics. It's the very first game, you said. Is there a different kind of first game?
Is there a different kind of first game?
Yeah, other than the very first game? Like, is there a barely first game?
No. There's just the first game. But there's also an intensified first game. It's the very first game. I like to throw in those intensifiers.
Adverbs.
I also like to make sure there's not anybody out there that's listening too hard.
Yeah. Stay soft. Speaking of soft. Off the table it goes. Paul and Sully played at Worlds, right?
Yes.
Do you remember? They went pretty deep.
I think so, yeah.
I'm working on my timing.
Yeah.
It's
lining it up with the actual timing is impressive. Oakes almost grabbed that pass. I believe.
Call that a middle-ish.
Middle-ish.
Trying to go push and didn't quite work out. Just chipped off the inside of her man and went in.
Smith been getting stopped a few shots in a row, and that continues here. Maryam putting up some good defense in this very first game.
Nice snatch.
Yep, it's good to have those hand speeds. What did Maryam do? She was getting bombed on and then just completely changed up her defense.
Not sure she changed anything. I think Paul just started going middle. And he's walking. What's that pass? Good grief. He's tapping it around. And he's doing like a tap middle instead of just blasting it to the corners. So I don't see an adjustment that Maryam made so much as I saw Paul try to solve a problem that needn't to be solved. On both of those, she had the pull. That did not leave the zone, by the way. That is not a new clock. As I clip that to look in a minute to make sure I'm not wrong. It's 3 in a row.
After being down 2, opportunity for Callum to go up. He does 4-3.
It's 4 in a row.
Wow. Was that 3 shots and a little break?
Yeah. Middle break, middle.
Cannot connect on that pass from the 2 to the 3. Another opportunity. Just firing on goal. Oh, okay. And
I think you did a bounce, and then you lost it, and then you bounced it.
There was 3 walls. The last wall you tried to.
Yeah, it was like a fight.
Off the wall because you misexecuted. Okay.
My favorite play in foosball, 3 walls. My least favorite rapper of all time, Paul Wall. Nothing? Okay.
I don't know Paul Wall.
Lucky you.
Do you know Paul Wall?
Houston, don't ever say that again. No, he's not from Dallas. How dare you? I'm so glad your mic's not up. And if it were up, I'd turn it back down.
4-4 after a comeback from Callum and Maryam. But Paul ties it up. Taken away, timeout called. Wow.
Right you are. 3 walls that don't leave the rod. That can't he call a timeout? The infraction is at the 3rd wall. So there was some confusion in the rules a while back, and I think they clarified it. That's their first time out, right? Yeah, I think that's what they're talking about. I'll double check though, Ron, because I think that definitely used to be the rule. I don't know about now.
Smith, opportunity here, slowing it down. Ooh. Putting that away. They were on the brink, came back, going up 1 game to nothing. Looks like we're going to get a side switch.
Yep. Oh, that's pretty, Dan. You got the white outline and the sharp here around there. That looks good, dude.
Yeah, it looks really good.
They changed sides. So that is a ton of 5-bar possessions for Callum Oaks. 16 5-bar possessions. He's only completed 5 of them. 5 for 16, 31%. Paul Smith, not Paul Wall, 3 for 8. Roughly the same percentage on half the attempts. So 5 bars on both sides of the table. Big struggling right now. Yeah, Callum is getting tons of possessions on the 3-bar as well. Somehow, not from his 5-bar. 3 for 12 shooting, though. You're not winning matches shooting 3 for 12. Credit to Sully for good defense there. Also, Maryam back there. Quietly clearing at 67%. So I had a peek here, and I'm just talking out loud, although I'm showing you, so they'll know that you can kind of see what happened there that match, right? With their 3 in a row, 4 in a row, 2 in a row.
Yeah.
That's where we're at in the future here. Isn't it nice? It's fun.
Game 2 underway. A little ball cleaning going on. A white shot.
I think that's chipped. Like it's either wet or it's chipped.
Oh.
And that ball is out of play.
Never good. I don't know. I didn't see it either. The pace has changed the second game, moving a little bit quicker than the first. Don't know if that's by design or if perhaps maybe Oaks feels a little more comfortable on the right-hand side.
Oh, what a pass. Just not quite pulled in by Paul. That's pretty sweet, though. He's turned it into rollerball.
It is. Moving very quickly. Oh my goodness. Shanked that on the 5. Smith made him pay with a 5-bar swat.
Swat.
It is game point for them.
Too fast.
Puts that one away. Goes
Good.
up 2 games to nothing.
That had to have been a 2-minute game, man.
Yeah.
This is where Callum just kind of drops the ball there, and Paul just makes him pay for it. Just absolutely thwacks the living crap out of it. Get out of here. Can we see just game 2, Dan? Because I feel like Paul's percentage just went through the roof there. Yeah, only had 3 possessions on his 5-bar, passed 2 of them, and then 4 for 5 shooting for 80%.
That's winning foosball.
Yeah. Typically 100% shooting. Sully looking for the camera.
Is it showing?
It's right here. But like,
There's a match. Wow. Here, off in the back. Was that her mom? Sully, go play. Game 3 underway. Smith and Rue in charge. First one went a little bit back and forth, but that second one, my goodness. That paper was catching on fire from you putting stats on it.
yeah, I had to put it away. It was moving a little too quick, man. So, found my limits there.
His first switch of the match.
By the way, if you're curious, the color coordination, the branding, the new overlay, that is all courtesy of, it's Fun Brands? I should know
Fan
that.
Brands?
Fan Brands, yeah. Of course it's fan, not fun. This is the dude who made the logo for WFT. Ryan has worked with this guy for a couple months now quite closely. So the color scheme, the logo, the font, the layout, all that stuff, he has created for us. And then, of course, the great Danilo Patel, making it all work on screen. Coding all the addressing everything that need be addressing so that it works on screen. And I agree. I like the green. I love the blue and green. Just the general vibe of the branding in general. I love it. Is that a Winnie the Pooh tattoo I see on his left arm there? Or Winnie the Foos?
Oh, it is Winnie the Foos. That's fantastic. I'm a fan of play on words.
Maryam's had a couple shots from the 2-bar, one in each game so far. I think she sees something on that long hole. She set it up on the push side here. If I could just finish. Can I just finish talking about it before you score like that? I was going to explain exactly what was about to happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, now I just feel.
Oh.
So, anyways, that's the shot.
And there you have it.
It was her 4th attempt at that. The first 2 kind of went long. The third one didn't just quite get where she was wanting it to, and then of course the 4th one went in. So, nice shot by her. That I was completely shocked by.
Yeah?
Didn't see that coming. /S for the Redditor in the house, by the way.
Gotcha.
Heyo.
Through.
I think that hit the scoring beat, didn't it?
I think it hit the rod.
Oh.
Puts that away from the back. Beautiful slider push.
Yeah, it did hit the rod.
Pulls within 1. Paul Smith.
Sometimes it feels like we're in a fish tank. People just come by and tap the glass every now and then. The difference is a fish can't climb out of the tank and slap you.
Whoa. Connected on a pass finally. Oaks.
Nice switch there. I think it's interesting there. Maryam's last couple possessions, she tries for that push side spray 3 or 4 times, finally hits it on the 4th time. And then her next possession, she passes. Then her next possession, she does like a bump, push, something or another. Doesn't go back to the hole that I think is still there. I don't know if that's maybe just saving it for a bigger point in the match, which, I mean, game point here, so I don't know why you wouldn't look for it again, but curious what her clearing numbers are after this game.
Smith wanting to repeat what happened in that first game when they were down. Up and then down. Through. Scored already from the back. I don't know if Maryam is going to be bailing off that dead bar. And a timeout called. Shooting has stalled.
Maryam's clearing is 68%. Is that right? Wow. That is insanely high.
And they put that away. They finally win a game, and it's 2-1 in favor of Paul and Sullivan.
And I know clearing percentage is it's a conversation that I find myself in a lot. And I say 60% that's the point where you're usually winning. And then 70% is the point where I say you don't lose. So it's not literally every time, always, all the time with no exceptions. I can tell you I've seen it on just the matches that I've done stats for. I've only seen it maybe 2 or 3 times be the case that a goalie clears at 70% and loses. And one of those, the opposing goalie was at like 80%. So 80 bigger than 70. Good math. What is this match on? Is he playing over there? I'm about to go drop some F-bombs on table 3. Nope, he left. Good job. Oh, we're back. That was quick.
That was
Did
quick.
they switch? Did they switch back? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That was fast. All right.
Game 4 underway. Maryam and Callum pulled out the third one.
Another clear. That puts her at 70%. She was at 68% before that. And she's steady clearing the ball. I mean, doing her job, and it's a little punt. I still think there's a scoring possibility for her. Like, look at that push side. The spray, if she just gets it right there, she misexecuted. But if she lets it go just inside the big dot and sprays it over, that hole's still there.
Yeah.
I don't think Sullivan is jumping to cover that, so it's Paul's to block, I believe. I think it's there. She just kind of sits and waits for a second. And again, it's a clear. It's a pass attempt that turns into a clear. So it's still a plus EV play, as they say in poker and other places, but definitely poker.
What's that mean? I've never heard
Expected value. So you have a plus EV and a minus EV. So this being a clear is a plus EV. Clear is always plus EV. Always. Because the expected value of it is just good. So even though you don't get a point, you don't get a pass, it's plus EV.
So what would be an example of a negative EV?
Shooting a slingshot when you don't usually shoot slingshots, or setting it up in the middle, or just dumb plays. You know, plays where the risk is greater than, it's a cost-benefit evaluation.
Gotcha.
So,
With
say for example,
being
yeah. So like, you know, we in the women's singles final last night, Hannah going 2-5, and at some point she bailed on that and decided to just shoot from the 2-bar. By the way, I had a good conversation with her about a few things last night that I'm happy to talk about later. But she you know, she was like 0 for 8 passing from the 2, and there were some other things that eventually she was like, you know what, I'm just bombs away from the back. And that was the result of the 2 to the 5 was going to the opponent's 3 or 5 way too much. So even if you pass score, it's negative EV because of how often it's going to the opponent's 3 or 5 bar.
Gotcha.
So a play is not always plus or minus, but in certain scenarios. So like Maryam just steady clearing. She's got, can we see the stat? I bet she's in the upper 70s by now. Or she's, I guess she missed a couple, back to 69%. I mean, that is just incredible clearing percentage from Maryam there. And that's just always plus EV. Now, if Sully was scoring every time she touched the ball back there, then it wouldn't be. So you factor in a lot of circumstances.
Gotcha.
A lot of details.
Huh.
And I think Maryam is just, she's doing her job to keep this a match, because otherwise I don't think it would be.
Doing a great job defensively back there now. Not bailing on the shots from Rue. Fortunate there. 3 blocks in a row up to that point to get on the board.
See your question in the chat. We'll chat. We'll talk about that between games for sure. For sure. Love chatting stats and clearing and all that stuff. Slowly see something here.
Beautiful series there, going from that fake shot all the way to the far wall pass. Just missed by Smith. That's a tongue twister. Just missed by Smith.
Another clear by Maryam there. She's going for a pass to the 3-bar. And even though it doesn't complete, it gets out of the opponent's forward area.
Switching to a pull shot.
He can shoot it.
Can. 2-2.
I like the quick release on that. Normally it's odd to just set it up and blast away with a new shot. But he set it up in the pull, and as the defender there, you don't really have time to like process, okay, new type of defense. And then you just blast along.
Yeah.
I think that's a smart play on Paul's part. Obviously, it worked out.
Fortunate 5-bar pass goes in the hole. Now up 3-2. Slowing it down a little bit on the pull shot position. Buries that long. 4-2. It's match point.
What a treasure. Just to be able to go to a brand new shot.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere, and then just whack 2 home. Probably in the span of about 90 seconds, it went from 2-1 to 4-2.
Yep. Oaks pulls within 1, and they switch.
What a deceptive.
It's a beautiful pass. Smith, match point.
Back to the roller.
Guess he thinks he sees something different against Oaks versus Maryam. So far, not much. 2 blocks in a row, calls the timeout.
Yeah. I like that he went right back to the roller with the new defender. I think we'll see him go back to the pool here.
If he stays, I don't see why not. And there's the 5-bar shot to put it away. And in 4 games, Maryam Ali and Callum Oaks are defeated by Paul Smith and Sullivan Rue, who go on to the Open Mixed Final.